Okay, I'm going to talk to you about REITs. A REIT, spelled R-E-I-T, is a real estate investment trust. And REITs can be invested in equity. You can have an equity REIT or you can have a debt REIT. The equity REITs are invested in real estate properties that they own and are renting out, so that rental income is how they make their money. They can be invested in any kind of real estate. So it can be shopping centers, apartment buildings, office buildings, medical facilities, warehouses, all kinds of different things. And then the debt REITs, those REITs are invested in mortgages. And so what they do is they buy groups of mortgages that have been packaged together. They buy them at a discount, and then they collect the mortgage payments, and that's how they make their income. Those mortgages that have been grouped together by a lender to sell, those are called mortgage-backed securities. Just so you know. Not that important. But when you're looking at REITs, you want to look and see what they're invested in. Now, some of them also can be, so you have your equity REITs, you have your debt REITs. There are some REITs that are a combination of those, that hold both properties that they rent out and they hold mortgages that they collect on. REITs are affected by the economy. They are affected by, of course, the mortgages are affected by the interest rates going up and down, and the equity REITs, you want to see, are they invested in office buildings or entertainment centers? How is that going to jive with a recession? Are they recession proof? Or those are just some things to think about. One of the nice things about REITs is that they pay some nice dividends. They are required to pay out 90% of their taxable income to the shareholders as dividends each year. So I like owning REITs. They tend to pay out better dividends than some of the other dividend stocks. Like Apple pays out a really tiny dividend, but some of the REITs pay out like 10%, 18%. That's rare. And you have to be careful when you're looking at them. Is this a REIT that's about to go under? And I'll show you where to look on that kind of stuff. For example, there's one that's called Innovative Industrial Properties. And I'm going to show you that. This one, now you see where it has, if you look up here, oh, here it is, company profile. This is where you want to look. See, it's a real estate industrial REIT, and its company profile is here, so you can, whoops, I'm clicking on the wrong place. You can click on here, and it will tell you that Innovative Industrial Properties is an internally managed real estate investment trust. The company's focused on acquisition, ownership, and management of specialized industrial properties leased to state-licensed operators for their regulated cannabis facilities. The company is engaged in the business of providing real estate for the regulated cannabis industry. So when I first heard about that, I thought, wow, that's genius. They're renting to cannabis growers. How cool is that? I think it's cool. But they're not doing so well lately. If you can see down here, the value of the stock is going down. The value of the REIT is going down a bit right now. But also take a look at their annual dividend and their yield. So they're paying back 8.93% return on investment if you were to buy it at $79.35 right now. Let's look at another one that's invested in healthcare. Omega Healthcare Investors. So this is a healthcare REIT. And they're paying out an 8.5% yield. But they're easier to purchase. Their price is lower, $31.55 a share right now. But let's look at their company profile. Omega Healthcare Investors is a real estate investment trust. The company operates through the segment, which consists of investments in healthcare-related real estate properties located in the United States and the United Kingdom. The company's core business is to provide financing and capital to the long-term healthcare industry, with a particular focus on skilled nursing facilities, assisted living facilities, and to a lesser extent, independent living facilities, rehabilitation and acute care facilities, and medical office buildings. The company's portfolio consists of long-term leases and real estate loans with healthcare operating companies and affiliates. So they are a mix of equity and debt because they're doing the leases and the loans. And the company makes loans to operators and to their principals. Its portfolio of real estate investment includes over 926 healthcare facilities located in 42 states and the United Kingdom that are operated by 67 third-party operators. So you might consider healthcare as being a more stable investment. It does have its ups and downs, as they all do. So good to take a look at it. That's just a couple of examples. So now I'm going to tell you some of the rules that the IRS has for REITs. First of all, they have to invest at least 75% of their total assets in real estate, cash, or U.S. Treasuries. And they have to derive at least 75% of their gross income from rents, interest on mortgage that finance real property, or real estate sales. And they pay a minimum of 90% of their taxable income to the shareholders as dividends every year. And they have to be taxable as a corporation. They must have at least 100 shareholders after its first year of existence. And they can't have any more than 50% of the shares held by 5 or fewer individuals. And it has to be run by a trust, a board of trustees. So that's the REITs. If you're looking for passive income, REITs are a good place to take a look. But you do want to keep an eye on them because, as I said, they are affected by the changing economic situations. But it is a way to invest in real estate without having to do the footwork yourself.